Welcome to the Medical Device Made Easy podcast. Here is Munir Al-Azouzi from easymedicaldevice.com. And today we are still in a lockdown. So we are still blocked at home because we have this pandemic that is happening now in Europe. But today, instead of talking about coronavirus again and again, because we start to hear that a lot of time, we wanted to talk more about some more funny things, if I can say. And for that, I have with me Stefan Bolleininger, where I see him that is nodding, because we will talk about DiGA. So I think nobody maybe knows about what is DiGA, but Stefan will really tell us about that. So DiGA is really a German law, a new law for digital health application. And we wanted to explain to you how it is working and maybe also something that is existing in Germany, but I never saw that in any other countries for now. So maybe you, on the audience, people will tell me, oh, it's also existing in this country or this country, but yeah, let us know for sure. But first, Stefan, so can you first introduce again yourself? It's been a long time you've not been on the podcast, so maybe people don't know you. So please, just a small introduction.
Yes. Hello. Yeah, it is in fact that I haven't been in the podcast for a long time now. Hello, I'm Stefan Bolleininger. I'm the CEO and I'm a consultant for Beyond Quality, and we are supporting medical device manufacturers or any kind of economic operator for fulfilling CE, the regular SCE, also US and all of that, helping with quality management systems and regulatory affairs topics. That's what we do, and we have a small team, and we have in the last 2 years, roundabout, we have to do a lot of things with that's called medical apps.
Yeah, true.
Because they are come out like
It's really booming. It's really an industry that is booming, and they need really a lot of support. So I also got a lot of people that are contacting me and say, oh, how is this a medical device? How can I put that on the market, etc., etc. So it's really something that is booming. And DiGA is something for them and specifically for Germany. So what is DiGA exactly? What is there? I think maybe it's a German name. What means DiGA?
Yes. Okay.
I cannot say it, so it's why I'm asking you to say it.
Yes, in Germany we have within the end of last year, start of this year, we got a new law. That's a DVG.
Okay.
Das Digitale Versorgungsgesetz, Digital Healthcare Law, something like that. So and with that we have a DiGA. A DiGA is a digitale Gesundheitsanwendung.
Okay.
A digital health application.
Okay.
That's all. So we went from, we want to call it medical apps. We go to, no, it's not a medical app, it's a health app. Yeah, okay. But it must be something digital because digital gets more funding. So it's a digital health application.
Great.
Why application also includes digital, but and to my knowledge, we are really the only ones in Germany who have that. Or I don't know about a different other country who has such a system, because it has one specific. It's not about a new law about a medical device, how to bring a medical device to market, but it's about how to get a medical device reimbursed.
Okay.
And that is the main topic about it. And the good thing is, in the past, if you look still until now, if you want to reimburse a software, that's like trying to pull a train.
I know.
It does not work. And it's very, very hard to get into the track. You need to combine it with another device. You need to get very tricky about how you can make the software to get reimbursed. There are a few examples which have done that. The way is long, the way is hard. Well, and in the current situation where you need to be fast, agile, Scrum, Kanban, whatever you call it, you need to make it a possibility to have a very fast reimbursement system. And that's what DiGA wants to do.
So the principle of reimbursement is the fact that I'm going to a doctor and I get diagnosed or I get some kind of things. And he says to me, I give you a prescription for a drug or something. Here, he will prescribe you a medical app. Is it correct? It's just to be clear with the people, because I find it a bit funny, but yeah, let's understand that correctly.
Actually, yes. Or in another point, it can also be that you say, okay, I have this kind of diagnosis, I have these problems. There is some kind of digital health application available. Please prescribe it to me, and then I can go to my my healthcare insurance.
Okay.
And they give me back some money.
So it means that it's really like you have your phone, you go to the App Store or to the Google Store or to whatever store it exists in, you go, you buy it, you get this can invoice or that you buy it, and you go to your healthcare insurance and you say, I bought this app with this prescription, so can you reimburse me, please?
Yes, that's how it is planned. It is not that's a bit of uncertainty how it will work in operational form, but that's a goal.
And so, and since when? Remind me, since when is it available? This law?
Well, I think this year March, and last week there was a very, very long informational discussion from the health for the Healthcare Information Hub, for HIH, and together with the German Institute, the BfArM, and they made a very good, precise, most cases precise description about in a guidance document for how to get with the DiGA, how to get to be a DiGA, and how to be possible to be reimbursed, and how it will, the fast track will work out. That is one thing, and on the other hand, they make a very good informational presentation how they work together with manufacturers. Very good, very open for community. It is very well.
So it's really recent. And if I am a UK or French or Spanish company, can I apply to that?
Good question. In the law and also in the guidance documents, there's nothing called about foreign countries, but there's one thing. It's you can apply in the German institute, in the topmost competent authority.
So it means, but anyway, your application should be in German for people that have to use it in Germany.
And you need to apply to this competent authority. So this competent authority is only applicable for you if you're in Germany.
Okay, no, it's fine. So yeah, it's correct. I mean, you can be a Spanish company, but having an office in Germany, and then this office will take care of that.
Then you can do it. Yes, and then this office has a competent authority with that. That's possible.
Yeah. So which medical device are on scope? So all digital health application, or there is some specific list, or what is on the scope of this?
So, to those people who are listening to many of my presentations, who will start to smile now once I say it, okay? And that's the following thing. They said, okay, yes, it is used for all digital health applications. The focus must be digital. Okay. Fine for me. Then it is only possible to go to the fast track with a low-risk device, class 1 MDD and MDR, and class 2A MDD MDR. So, and then that was a good thing. And then they reduced the scope of what can be a DiGA. And they missed 3 words from the MDR scope to the DiGA scope. And that's the word prediction, prognosis, prevention.
Okay.
So that means there won't be a class 1 MDR medical device which can be a DiGA. Because they simply stroke as post out as, okay, that has a reason. The reason is they want to go to make it first fast care market, and prevention, prediction, prognosis is a long time market.
Okay,
it's not needed to be a fast track there, because it's long time. You can calculate. You need to look with it. It's not needed right now. So personally, I understand that decision why to say stroke out these 3 words. On the other hand, it is inconsistent now with the MDR article and the definition of the term medical device to the DiGA and DVG medical device term. So I would have suggested them use the same terms.
So maybe they will do that when the MDR will be really applicable, or I don't know if they will change the law for that specifically. And now they are maybe specifically linked to the MDD, so it's why they have that term and maybe future. So let's see if they will change that. But yeah, it's clear. Do you have some specific example of a type of device that can be applying to that? Which type of device on my phone maybe that I can say, okay, this is possible to have a DiGA reimbursement for that?
Yes, there are also a few examples within that. So because that's possible also to combine a device with sensorics.
Okay.
That will also be some kind of digital, but it needs to be a digital help link to device. So, for example, one of the things is if you have a device, pulse rate sensoric.
Yeah.
This detects the sleeping apnea from the device, and then you have an app which tells you, okay, that app, I have the following within the night, I had so many breath interruptions. Yeah. So in that case, it's not a DiGA.
Okay.
Because it simply does the thing what the medical device does in any case.
Okay.
The DiGA shall support. So it shall be, okay, if you have the same breast pulse detector, then you have the app which gives the data, and then you can add additional data. For example, during that you have the continuous measurement of the pulse rate from the heart, or from the not only sleeping apnea but also the heart rate combined, and then you get better diagnostic information. Then it will be a DiGA.
Okay, so it's really specific. It's not really easy maybe to get that. But what we have to say first is that this is a medical device. It's not. We cannot go. If I can say, I cannot just develop an application within the night and go to the DiGA law and say, can you make it reimbursed? This is not working. So the process is really that you have first to follow a medical device law.
Yes, and that is one thing where the guidance document is very, very weak on. Okay. It tells you in all the explanations, yeah, it needs to be a medical device. And then at the end, it tells you with the fast track procedure, yes, you can do during the first 12 months of the reimbursement, which has a fixed amount, you can have some kind of study, which gives many startups the impression, yes, I do not need to do my study prior, I need to do my study later on. No, that's not. That's definitely not the case.
Because when you are a medical device, you have first to have clinical data, you have to have clinical study to show that your device is safe and performant before to place it on the market. So yeah, it can be a bit misleading, this kind of thing.
It definitely, and we had many discussions about it, and you can see it in one of the very small examples, and that's telling about if you want to apply for a DiGA and to have the reimbursement and to have this kind of application, you need to prove safety and effectiveness and functionality. That's chapter 3.2 of the guidance document. And if you look in that, then it's called it, yes, German Institute can look into the CE marking, and normally they only look if the CE marking is correct or the notified body's certificate has been issued. Okay, that rings all the bells, because if you have a certificate, you need to have clinical data prior to it or a good PMCF plan.
Yeah.
Or at least you need to have a good challenging, and you need to prove it is safe any case. So that's need to be done prior to it. And or if you are a class 1 medical device, yes, you do it all by yourself, but still you still need to follow all the rules, even if you do that by yourself. But so that's one thing which has a big problem.
This is the role then of the notified body to be checking that they are really having all the clinical data, and it means that for class 2A, 2B, or 3, we are in the safe side. The authorities maybe say, okay, they have a certificate, so it's a proof that normally they have all the things. For class 1, maybe this can be a bit more problem, and then they have to look at it and to get more information to check that the clinical data are okay. So this 12 months of survey, or is more kind of a PMCF then. It's more like you have all the proofs of clinical data. Now you can have 12 months of checking that it's still correct during the next 12 months.
It says here, during that 12 months, you are reimbursed based on a catalog application and based on predefined values. Within that 12 months, you can use that data as a study. That's good for you, for your medical device, and you need to prove with that data that you have an effect on healthcare.
Okay.
So it's not only about, my device is good and it is safe, but no, it should also help by what you're trying with many of that kind of devices. Well, for those from the Health Innovation Hub or also from some kind of platforms, maybe I'm now as a devil out of the box. But from SAM's systematic approach for a DiGA is in many cases, yes, to try to avoid medicinal products by health links and by a right lifestyle and adjustment of the patient. That is my perspective meaning behind of this documents, and that's what I read about it, because everything that you tells me, yes, when I use that correctly, I need less medicine. That's good for the patient, that's good for all. So, and by that way, that means, you need to prove that within that time you have an effect on healthcare and healthcare market. It is not in that's very, and specifically, you need to prove that is a medical benefit on the patient. In the first draft, they had also included to have the caretakers, the healthcare professionals, and also as one of the core markets, said it's sufficient if you prove they have it easier. That's not within the official documentation anymore, and so it's specifically these are patients' need. For example, if you make the life for the patient better by giving him a structural approach, or giving him less disabilities, less weakness, where he can, with the app, he can get easier through the day, then it's a positive health benefit.
Yeah, it's really the principle of reimbursement. We are trying to reimburse something that is not only working but have really a benefit to the patient. Because if we say that anything is doing what it says it will do, it's fine. But if it has no impact on the public health, maybe it's not need to be reimbursed. It's still on the market, but it doesn't need to be reimbursed. So it's, I think, a good principle, so that during the next 12 months you should prove that really that this has a public health. Because as we are working sometime on clinical evaluation, we are making some state of the art, and we have to prove that what is existing on the market already, and also show that my device is maybe better or have a more benefit risk than the device that are already on the market, something like that. So it's kind of the same principle. In terms of now MDD, or MDR, we have that, if I can say. And then what should I do to apply for DiGA? So is there some additional information I need to provide, or is just, let's say, here is my CE mark, here is my declaration of conformity, can I have the DiGA?
No, that's not sufficient.
Okay.
So because you have there's a very good, really, heads off for the German Institute and the people who made that kind of procedure, how to get how to be a DiGA. Well, there are still people who think it's not good, it's not described. For personally, I think it's quite good and good maintainable, because it's based on technical facts and informational facts. So that's good, that's made good. And so you need to apply with your information about your medical device, with all your medical claims, with all every claim you have, with all the intended purpose, with your classification, with all your documentation. You need to have that available, GSPR as well. Then you file then you create your CE mark or get the CE mark from the notified body, and then you will pile all the kind of documentation, like for what is that DiGA good, what is core content, what is the structural replacement, or what is a better thing, what is a new option, new features, new effects, the healthcare possibilities, healthcare effect on it. How much do you think you will get out of it, and how much do you think it shall cost? So this kind of information You compile into the application form. Then you send it to the B farm. B farm checks the form if it's all correct. Is the content complete? If the content is complete, you will hear B farm will answer you within 14 days,
okay.
2 weeks. They will answer either deliver the following documents or everything is complete, procedure will be started. If they tell you you need to add more documentations, then you have 3 months time to complete that list and file back the application and send back the application. If they are then say, okay, everything is completed. If you do it earlier, then it's also fine, but you have maximum 3 months. Then if everything is uploaded and they can assess all the documentation they need for the application, then they have again 3 months time to get the approval and then list you on the preliminary list for the DiGA.
Okay.
That's what the fast track shall do. And so that means if everything goes absolutely correctly, you can do it within 2 weeks. It's out of the stars, but it might be possible. And if everyone uses the maximum of the time frames, it's 6 months and 2 weeks.
Okay. So it's really there is really, I mean, it's still okay. I mean, it's still not like a big thing. So we have some projects that are 1 year or 2 years, so 6 months to get reimbursed after. It's okay. You can still, during that time, you can still put this product on the market. It's not like you are blocked and you cannot put the product on the market. It's just that you are waiting for being on this list of reimbursement, and then people can. I mean, then I think you have to market that within the healthcare professional to say, hey guys, now my thing is reimbursed if you want to apply it, etc., etc. But I think it's a good thing. One thing maybe here, so as we talked about the MDR or MDD, what about GDPR? So I think it's a health application. So there is also some personal data that will be collected on that. Are they looking for that also, or it's not something that they are really interested about?
They are really interested. They have an expert committee on that, and also they need you to file how you fulfill GDPRs, as well as they have applied standards, BSI standards used, not the US BSI, the German BSI, not the English BSI, UK BSI. We have in Germany we have a German institute that's also a German Institute for Security that's also called BSI. Okay. This one has its own information. So, and with that, with the information from the BSI and with the, so they made us some kind of standard, how you shall interact. And also you need to apply your standards, which are used for a medical device with protected health information. Yeah. So you apply that, and there are also technical constraints. So they need you to have the data within, preferable in Germany. Okay. If not in Germany, preferable in Europe. If not in Europe, then preferable in a state which falls under the same regulational shield as they do in Europe, for example, the EU-US security shield. Yeah. For example, like this, that means you need to be very careful where you store your data. Okay. For example, not all stores of Amazon are within that shield. Okay. So you need to be very, very careful about the data, and they look into it quite detailed. That's one of the topmost, the most intense applications forms from within the application about how you handle your data privacy and the usability. Yeah, I think it's really a hot topic now, the GDPR, and all people are really interested to be sure that their data is not stolen or not displayed to anybody. So I think it's really, really important. Okay, so it's great. I think now people have all the information. Can you share with me all the links, if I can say, from the German, German authorities, so that I can put that on the show notes for people, the links of the guidance, or maybe there is other links so that that people can go and just click on it to get that. I think it would be really great. Stefan, so as Beyond Quality, are you helping now companies like that to get first this MDR, MDD plus DiGA, or Definitely, because we're helping them to be a medical device, and then we help them also a step further already in the past with how to get reimbursement. We do this with our manufacturers in the past for a long time. And also we go now as DiGA way with them as well. There's one thing which I would really want to have you in the show notes, okay. And that is the things they need to consider at first. The very most important thing is, and I hear my colleague Cesare all the day with that, it's a claim. The claim, the claim, and the claim. Okay. Because you now not only have the MDR claim, but you also have the DiGA claim, and you need to be very precise how you get them done to make sure you be the medical device, get the right classification for MDD, MDR, and then can go to DiGA.
Okay. So I think it's really important. I mean, this is the basics, but I think it's really important to remind that to people. But yeah, I will put maybe the things about intended purpose that we had with Cesare, so that people can go and really write the right intended purpose, which leads to the right claims at the end for that. But I think it will be really helpful for them to get that. And as you are located in Germany, you can really help them specifically for following all the DiGA application, because I think it's really important. Okay, so Stefan, thank you for that. Really interesting. I hope a lot of people that are now making digital health application will think about that if they are placing their products in the German area. But I think, yeah, it's not. It looks like it's easy, but it's not so easy. So you have really to think about everything, about your claims, about the public health benefit, about the fact that it should be MDD, MDR first. So there is a lot of things to put in place before to get this reimbursement status, which is really important. Okay, Stefan, so thank you for that. Thank you for your help. Is there anything else you want to say to the audience during this pandemic where we are all locked down at home?
Honestly, it's not so bad.
Yeah,
personally, I think yeah, I like it being at home, and I also like it. My office is 4 miles away from my home, so it's quite easy to travel. And what I personally take out of it, I lost 8 pounds, and yeah, and I drive a lot by bike and not by car anymore.
Okay, great. So yeah, it's good that you lost 8 pounds, because as you are locked down at home, usually it's like crazy. But yeah, for me, what I miss is haircuts. I really need my haircut now. It starts to be too big. But yeah, maybe at the end I will ask my wife to cut my hair and see what is the result. So if you see something that is bad, don't say it to my wife. Okay, good. So Stefan, really thank you for that. Thank you for your help, and I hope people will really understand better how to apply to DiGA and to do that for their product. Okay, Stefan. So thank you very much, and I wish you a nice day.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.